The Jimmy Z Show.
All this stuff that I talked about at the very beginning of yesterday's program is coming to fruition. It looks like Russia has indeed been pushing Syria to surrender its chemical weapons and work out some kind of deal, and I think that Bashar Assad is going to step down at some point. That's my thinking. This deal was first written about by Eric Klein in an article at WorldNet Daily, and it turns out that it's kind of heading in that direction. And a lot of conservatives, I've already seen it on Patriot Action Network, on Facebook, and elsewhere. A lot of conservatives are upset because President Obama and the White House are probably going to take credit for forcing Russia to push Syria to surrender the chemical weapons and put together some kind of plan where Bashar Assad goes away. Who else gets the credit? Here I am, a conservative Republican. I can't stand Barack Obama. Remember, I wrote the big hit, Obama Sucks.
Obama has accomplished much. Obama has not lost his touch. Obama, yes, he must be flushed. It's time to change it back. Obama sucks.
All right, so that's my song, Obama Sucks. I wrote that song back in 2009 or maybe 2010. And the reason I played it is because what I'm going to say now makes it sound as if I support President Obama. I don't support anything that President Obama has done. But the fact that President Obama took a very strong stand and said, I pretty much don't care if the whole world says, don't bomb Syria, I'm going to bomb Syria. I don't care if Congress gives me the authority or not, I'm going to shoot missiles into Syria. And it was this position he took. The first time I've ever seen anything like this from President Obama. And again, I'm criticizing him because a year ago he said, I'm going to set this red line. And then a week ago he said, I never set a red line. So President Obama is still lying, and I wrote another song called He Lies. He lies in the morning, he lies while he's at lunch, he lies in the evening, and he lies a whole bunch. He lies when he's sleeping, and he lies when he's awake. He lies all the time, and it's not a mistake. So I'm not any kind of fan of President Obama. The songs I've written are my credentials. I am 100% Christian conservative. And if I could, I would see President Obama impeached and thrown out of office. No question about it. But who is going to take credit for what's happening here? It was not Russia that put all this pressure on Syria over the past couple of weeks. It was President Obama. And the fact of the matter is that it was Obama's stance, repeating over and over that he was going to attack Syria and that attacking Syria is what must be done. That is what allowed Putin, I never know what to say. I never know how to say his name. Putin or Putin. Yeah, it hardly matters. And look, I know that conservatives hate when I do this, but I'm putting truth ahead of spin. It was President Obama's stand that he was going to attack Syria, come hell or high water, that gave Russia the ability to push Syria into some kind of deal, to stop President Obama, to stop the United States of America from attacking Syria. Now, it's possible, I think, and in the coming days we'll find out, if President Obama and President Putin, if the President Obama got together with Putin at the G20 and they made this plan where Obama said, look, I'm going to stand my ground And then you can go in to put pressure on Syria to make some kind of deal. It's certainly possible. And it might be the smartest thing Obama has ever done as president. It doesn't change my view of Obama at all, but credit where credit is due. And it's pretty funny that I felt like I must play a couple of songs about hating Obama, saying Obama sucks, and calling Obama a liar before I did this monologue. Because, look, I don't like being called a Democrat, a liberal, an Obama supporter, a troll, a closet socialist. The words don't hurt me, but I don't like being misunderstood, and I think conservatism must be about the truth. There are plenty of Democrats out there who are completely willing to lie about anything. And so I think that conservatism shouldn't be lying about anything. And the truth is, look, I don't think President Obama is 100% responsible for anything happening here if indeed Syria is going to work out a deal and surrender the chemical weapons and avoid being attacked by the United States. Obama is not completely 100% responsible for that, but he's played a big part. If indeed this kind of deal is being worked out. Talking Points Memo has an article here. White House takes credit for Syria's apparent concession. As Syria announced Tuesday morning that it would accept Russia's offer to hand over its chemical weapons, the White House and other proponents of U.S. strikes rushed to claim credit, arguing that the threat of military intervention brought the Assad regime to the negotiating table. I absolutely agree. I'm sorry. I know conservatives are going to, Obama, he didn't do nothing, man. It was all Putin and Russia, and Putin has his shirt off and he's riding a horse, man. He's the one who did it. I am sick of people praising Putin. I got to tell you that. I'm not a big Putin fan, okay? I think that it's a mistake to say that Putin would be a better leader for the United States. People have actually said this to me on Facebook, that Putin would be better in the White House than President Obama. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Now, I'm not saying that I'm an Obama supporter or that I prefer having Obama in the White House. That's not the point. Putin is not anything to write home about. But I am totally willing to give Putin and Russia 50% of the credit here. It really does sound, to me, like the United States and Russia worked this out very well. And I'm sorry, but Obama is the president of the United States. He gets the credit. He gets the credit. Stop crying. We've got a lot of things that need to be worked on here in the United States. We don't need to spend 2 or 3 days talking about how Obama should not be getting any credit for this. He gets some credit. Absolutely. And you know what? If President Obama, I remember seeing a story on Facebook last night where it said that President Obama met with Putin during the G20 summit. And if that's true, then you've got to give Obama some credit here. They may very well have worked all of this out. And guess what? I'm glad they did. I don't want the United States bombing Syria and possibly causing a huge conflict that involves Israel and a bunch of other countries. We don't need that. So not only am I going to give President Obama some credit here, I'm glad that it worked out this way. If this was part of his plan, it's a damn good plan. It worked out very well. Hey, I've got this story. It's an article at Reuters. Putin, Obama discussed Syria arms control idea last week. See? Now, I don't know who's advising President Obama. Maybe there's an advisor, God forbid, it's Susan Rice. Now, that's someone I would really have a problem giving credit to. Now, I'm not sure that President Obama has the mental prowess to be able to come up with this idea on his own. And maybe For all we know, Putin came up with the entire idea. But whoever worked all this out, whoever came up with the idea, it's a great idea. It's working out so far. Russian President Vladimir Putin and U.S. President Barack Obama discussed the idea of placing Syria's chemical weapons arsenal under international control on the sidelines of a G20 summit last week, Putin's spokesman said on Tuesday. The issue was discussed, spokesman Dmitry Peskov said by telephone. He would not say who raised the issue or give other details. There are articles at redstate.com. There's an article at Before It Spews, the Hysteria website. It says, will Obama take credit for Russia's potential Syria deal? There is no way, I'm going to tell you this right now, there is no way that this deal was worked out without Obama being a part of it. I guarantee you Obama was a part of this. And he absolutely, I can't stand Obama. I wrote songs like Obama Sucks and He Lies. But I'm telling you, Obama deserves whatever amount of credit he is due. Maybe it's 30% Obama, 70% Putin. Or maybe it's 55-45. Who knows? But yes, Obama and the White House are going to take a victory lap, and you're going to have to suck it up. That's all you can do. Because he's the president. If this was George Bush, if this was President Ronald Reagan, if this was any other president, this might be a highlight in Obama's presidency. When it's all said and done, might be the best thing he ever did. Yes, I don't like it. I don't want Obama to succeed, but I'm really glad they're not going to have another war in the Middle East. You know what's amazing to me, and I can't believe that I am in such disagreement with conservatives on this, but what's happening here is that you have conservatives who were against having President Obama attack Syria, and they are against this deal that was worked out between the United States and Syria and Russia. So what are we for? You got to be for something, and if this is going to keep us from having to attack Syria, if this is going to keep Obama from thinking that he has to attack Syria, then that's fine. But I don't think that Putin and Russia were trying to save Obama from embarrassment. The embarrassment of Congress voting against all this, against attacking Syria, because that was going to happen. Congress was not going to give Obama a thumbs up on attacking Syria. It was not going to happen. Obama, the vote in Congress, Obama was going to lose big. But I don't think Putin called Obama on the phone and said, "Oh, we will help you over here in Russia." That's exactly what Putin sounds like, in fact. Anyway, I could go on, but I'm going to stop here. I think that Obama gets some credit, Putin gets some credit, and the world gets to heave a sigh of relief, at least for now, and we'll see how it all works out.